Yeah, it's good to get started. I'll be clear. I wasn't happy in the first half. The guys wanted to play, and maybe they were just almost too excited to play. But I just didn't think we were defending. I didn't think we were putting the things together that we've been doing in practice, especially the last. They've been really good in practice this week, and most of the preseason, to be honest, with the exception of the week before. So I thought we'd come out and defend the way we did in the second half and the first half. So I was pretty dang fired up about it, and I was not planning on getting that into it this early. But I wasn't pleased in the first half. I was much more pleased with the focus and effort in the second half. I thought we defended the ball screen in the second half so much better, where it was really frustrating there for a little bit, which was frustrating because we spent a lot of time on it. But I thought they made the adjustment, and I liked some of the effort plays, and that's what it's got to be about here, guys. I mean, I love coaching here because this is a place when you get a dunk, they love it, but you dive on the floor with 3 or 4 guys, this place goes bananas, and that's what I'm about. And I thought our team did a little bit better job of that in the second half. But, I mean, guys, I don't like Arkansas Pine Bluff getting 9 offensive rebounds in our gym. I know that, you look at the numbers, we're the more athletic team. And listen, they've had some injuries and stuff. They'll be okay when they get to their league. They got a tough schedule, but we're the more athletic team. We're the bigger team, the faster team. So with a deeper team, I expect us to be great on the backboards. So I didn't like they got 9 offensive rebounds. I didn't like some of our communication defensively, but again, I thought the guys responded well, and certainly it's good to see them have some good moments and put some things together.
Jizzel looked like he was kind of maybe, like you said, a little too amped up early. What's it say about his growth that he kind of settled in and said, okay, if my shot's not falling, I'm going to get 10 assists. I'm going to get guys involved and kind of play more of a floor game?
12 and 10. That's what point guards do. And I thought when he was really excited to play. Did he say that up here? Yeah, I mean, he's the Jizzel James, guys. He's everything you want in a player. I mean, work ethic, bought in, coachable, and honest as can be. I don't think he knows how to be dishonest. I mean, he said it to me. I said, you got to get others involved. We're settling too much. And he said, yeah, I was just really excited. I mean, just dead honest in the middle of the game. So I appreciate honest. And I thought when he settled down and started playing the way we've seen him play all off season, I thought he was terrific at point guard, especially in the second half.
Tonight, a pretty good representation of what Conor Hickman will do for you.
Yeah, we've said it to you guys a number of times, and some of you guys have been at practice. He's a good player, and it was nice to see him both good on and off the ball tonight. And with Day out, that's his ability to play both on and off is really important. And I thought he did a nice job of sliding between 2 positions.
Seamoss has been getting downhill significantly more. How much after last season did you challenge him to do that, or was that something that he's been wanting to do basically the entire time he's been here at Cincinnati?
I think if we look back, Josh Leffler was on our staff last year. He's now the head coach at Loyola. We had some conversations talking offense in the summer, not this summer, the summer before, talking about Seamoss is one of the better players on our team in action and off the bounce. So I think we've known that for a long time, but he's improved, and he's become more of a complete player. He always had that ability, but I think you can see the skill levels improved, his comfort level. Now, you can see guys when they're in their second year in a program, you can see he's so much more comfortable on offense than he was this time last year. But he's improved, and he's got to keep improving and keep getting better defensively. Like, he got beat on that back cut to start the game, and he was mad at himself, which I liked, because I was mad at his butt. But I thought he was pretty good tonight with the ball in his hands, guys. There's no doubt about that.
50% from 3 and 57% from the free throw line. Those numbers usually aren't kind of correlated together.
Oh boy,
is that, do you attribute that to maybe the excitement and just first game jitters? Because you guys you've noted you have worked on that throughout the offseason heavily.
Yeah, I mean, Rayvon and Dan in the second half finally strung together some makes, or it would have sounded worse than that, wouldn't it? I mean, at one point it was like 1 for 9. Am I right? I think it was 1 for 9. I don't even usually count like that, but I had to turn around one time and say, "What the hell are we from the free throw line?" Because it ain't good. I think like we talked about earlier, this is a good group of kids. They want to play the right way. They want to do well. I think there was some jitters there early. And then I thought we settled in and made them after that, and that's why the number went from 1% to, something a little better than that. But I did think that we had some good possessions where we missed and we rebounded on the free throw line, and that's, hopefully even if you do miss, you're in good position to rebound on a free throw box out.
Coach, 6 guys in double figures tonight. How much as a coach do you enjoy seeing your guys spread the wealth like that?
I just think that's got to be and I think AP's at 9 points, right? So close to 7. But I think, good teams are going to have a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket. And, we have a lot of guys that can do that. So the more important thing than the total points scored is the assisted baskets. And I haven't studied the stat sheet yet, but we had 27 assists. I think that's more important. And I think if people make the right decision all year and play the right way, we'll have nights that different guys score it. But you give guys a chance when all 5 on the floor play the right way. It wasn't perfect by any. We got a lot of work to do, but there was some good possessions sharing the ball that we can build off of.
Dylan Mitchell's taken 10 threes in his career, took 2 tonight. Is that something that you're wanting to see from him more this season?
Yes, we believe in his shot. I mean, he's made them in practice. They came out playing off of him, and I was kind of waiting for him to get a couple up. And you want him to go in the real game because we've seen it happen in practice, and it's so good for his confidence. But yeah, guys, he's going to make threes this year. I'm not worried about that at all.
Skillings ended last year with 8 straight double-doubles. You got another one today to start off the year. What have been your thoughts on him just as a player as a whole?
Yeah, I like the line. But I'm looking at a lot more than the line. I think the world of Daniel Skillings. I think his ceiling is through the roof high. So let me preface it by saying that nobody's a bigger fan of his game and what he's capable of doing on a basketball court than me, and I want more. I want more. I'm still not happy. I was on his butt tonight, and I will continue to be, and it's because of how good I think he's already good, but how great I think he could be. And so, no, I'm not happy with him yet. And that's not demeaning him. That's actually the greatest compliment I could say because he ain't even scratching the surface of how good he could be. And there's 10 things tonight that I didn't like. But I liked how he went to the offensive board. I thought he really got on the offensive board. I haven't looked down how many he have on the offensive board. Yeah, he had 5 off 11 rebounds. I liked that. But I thought if he ran every possession, he could have gotten a couple more easy baskets, right? I thought he got out of position on defense. If you want the truth, and I try not to lie up here, but I say all that, and I'm hard on him because I think he could be great. So we still got some work to do to get to great, but he did some good things.
How great was it to see Griffith and Bessie get action tonight and score some points?
Yeah, Tyler's a guy that you guys can see it, right? I'm out. If you know what you're looking at, I mean, his ability's just wild. 6'8", 6'9", shoots it at a high clip, smart. He moves on defense. I mean, I thought he had a really nice block on the baseline tonight where he was a little out of position. He's smart and he's trying. It's just a matter of if not when type of thing, if he keeps his approach the way it is. But I think he can really add to our team this year. I've said that all along. It's hard for freshmen to impact college basketball in the Big 12. I think I saw something, 14 McDonald's All-Americans last year transferred. It's hard for freshmen in today's college basketball. I don't care who you are. He's good enough. He's good enough, and he has the right intangibles to impact the Big 12 as a freshman, and I thought he showed some of that tonight. It was probably good for him to get his first game. And then, Ray, I can't play everybody because if you do that, right, if you play everybody, and we're trying to give guys chances, but if you play everybody, you end up not playing some guys but playing them. Like you put them in but you pull them right out. That's not fair. So we're going to do it differently game to game here, but we chose to give Ray his segments in the second half instead of the first half. It'll be different probably in the next game. But I thought, like he's been, when he got in, he made some good things happen. So that if Ray keeps it up, he's going to find his way to impact this team over the course of the year for sure.
People might have been a little surprised to see number 65 check in at the end of the game. Can you just take us through the process of getting him cleared to go and getting him out there for a little bit tonight at the end?
Yeah, so the whole plan with Halvin, was just he wasn't cleared to play, but cleared to practice. This is before we took him, and we took him really late, as you guys know. And we just thought, it would be really healthy to have some depth in practice, and so that like AP and AZ weren't just getting worn down because we're deep in all these other positions, so we could stay competitive, but we wouldn't run those guys into the ground, and then we could develop a young player like that. We thought watching the tape, he was the captain of his French national team. We thought there's a guy that we have him all year. He's going to help us in practice, and we can develop him and redshirt him, kind of the old school way. When Tyler McKinley's injury occurred, we submitted a waiver based on some information that like we found out about some of the reason he wasn't eligible in the first place, and it got cleared. So I thought that was really, really good news for the depth in our front court. And by the way, he's been thrown into a very difficult situation because he got here, and him and I were laughing about it in the locker room last week. But guys, when he got here, he speaks like no English, and I speak no French, and that's a bad combination when you started practice already. That's hard because I can't help him with the French, and he can't understand what I'm saying. And it's not the summer where there's time, and we were right in the middle of it. So he's starting to learn English, so he's starting to understand and practice a little bit better. One of the neatest things is watching Aziz coach him. Like Aziz will coach him in French in practice. So when I'm installing something or explaining something, Aziz will be translating in his ear, which has been really cool. Like it's cool to watch guys help each other on a team. That's what it's about. But his English is getting better, and he's understanding better, and he's improving. And I think those first 2 or 3 weeks here were really hard. Again, thrown into a difficult situation. He's getting better and better, and if he keeps improving, he adds some important depth to our front court.
Now, talk about some of the passing. There was some really great passing, especially along the perimeter in the second half. Just talk about how that's kind of developed over the season with all the new people on your team.
It's something that, the pace that we're trying to play and the way that we want to share the ball has been a big emphasis in the summer and the fall for us. And again, we're trying to do that without putting the ball in jeopardy. And I thought there were some good moments there tonight, and there were some moments that weren't so good.
Kind of going back to Halvin, you talked about him getting here late, obviously the tough situation. What are your overall expectations for him? Can you have the same expectations for Halvin that you have for the rest of the roster, just knowing that whole situation?
I don't know yet. I think if you'd asked me 3 weeks ago, I didn't even know he was going to be able to play in games this year, but I was pleased with how he was practicing and improving. So it's a different scenario. I'm still trying to unpack it. He just found out yesterday, right? I'm unpacking it myself, but again, in our last couple weeks of practice, he's had some really good moments, and we took him because we thought he could play here. We just didn't think it'd be for a year. He's got to keep working and keep improving, and it's important for our depth. You guys know in this league, you got to have depth at every position, and I think he gives us that in the front court now, especially without Tyler McKinley.
Final question.
Wes, you mentioned it last week about the importance of Arington Page being better in January compared to what we are here in November. You look down at the stat line tonight, 9 points. He was all over the floor, defensive, getting down for the loose balls as well. What did you think of his performance tonight as well?
Guys, I love Arington Page. I just light up like a Christmas tree when you guys talk about him. How fun is he? He's fun, right? I've been, we got a lot of work on. That's my mind's not on the dang score, how many. My mind's on we got the work. But you want to talk about AP? I'll have some fun. I think he could be so special. I'm so excited about him. And I thought tonight, if you're watching, you got to see why I'm excited. He can really move. He's got great hands. He's got great touch and feel. He's smart as a whip, and he plays hard. Like, he can play with the motor. I don't know if we would have said that in the summertime. You know, the deal with him now is, can we do it consistently? But I'll say this. He is so much better than he was 2 weeks ago. And he was so much better 2 weeks ago than he was 4 weeks ago. And he just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And if that trend continues, because he's been working his butt off, boy, he's going to be really good and really important to this team. But I'm really excited about him. Really excited about him. And I'm just so pleased with his improvement over the last month.
Jizzel, shot wasn't falling a little bit early. Did you just decide from that point to kind of go into distribution mode and try to get everybody involved, almost end up with a triple-double?
Yeah, I seen first half shots wasn't falling, so, you know, I'm trying to get everybody involved, and it eventually helped me later on in the game. So, you know, just being a point guard.
For both of you, is it fun to watch guys get their first points here, some of the guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was surprised Tyler was very calm about it. I definitely expected a celebration out of him or something. Also, the first three he made got called off, so that sucked. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy for all of them.
It's a little different having a team you can spread the floor with and so many different options to be able to shoot from the perimeter and kind of create offense.
Yeah, it's definitely different from last year. It's more fun because we get to just spread the love out. Everybody just get to contribute, chime in, and when we going, it's just like a team fun thing. So yeah, it's good to see everybody making shots and contributing.
Jizzel, what did you see from Conor when he kind of came in and ran the offense when you were on the bench?
I really seen like a veteran. He really had experience. He plays the game the right way. Really just learn off each other. I pick things from him that I could take, you know, when I get in. So it's good to see another guard out there just contributing and making the right plays.
Do you guys feel like your depth can help you kind of respond the way Coach Miller wants your whole team to respond coming out of halftime this season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, our depth is definitely going to be a big tool of how we can run teams out of the gym, you know, because, you know, one guy might get tired, but the next guy that comes in is just as good. So, yeah, that's going to be a big threat for us the whole year.
How does it feel to come into the season healthy? Last year, a few nagging injuries. You could just see the energy from you today. How it feels to be.
Yeah, it feels amazing. It's funny, actually, like maybe a week ago, I twisted my ankle in practice a little bit, so I was like, oh no, not again. But I kind of got better over like 2 or 3 days, and I mean, yeah, it feels great, and I think we look great, and yeah, I'm very happy about how today went, and yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the year.
A little more careful at crosswalks this year.
Always.
For both of you guys, how exciting was it to see Halvin out there? Obviously, there was a lot of uncertainty about his status heading into this year. Just talk about the excitement to see him get out there for a final couple minutes.
It was very exciting, just seeing all the work he put in and just seeing what he went through this whole offseason, preseason. He practiced with us every day. He's been showing what he's capable of doing every day in practice. So just to seeing that he's clear is just like, you know, we got more depth to our big man.
Yeah, it's also exciting because like, he can really be a good part of this team because, I mean, the way he's been playing in practice and the way he's been improving since, like, you know, the first days he came, he was a little, you know, it was hard for him to, like, pick everything up because he came so late. But he's been really, really playing well in practice, and I'm excited to be on the court with him.
Were any of the early timeouts interesting? Because it was, they had the lead, and I think, Jizzel, you had a putback that gave you guys the lead, and it took off from there. But first 5 minutes is a bit sluggish, and then in the end, you know, the food chain takes over.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you specifically which timeouts were interesting. I feel like Coach West was angry at all of them, so I can't differentiate between them. But I mean, yeah, we did start off badly, and that can't happen anymore.
Yeah. First half we came out a little sluggish, but we picked it up later on. Then in the second half, you see if we play the right way, play Bearcat basketball, you see the results. So, you know.
What was that moment like yesterday at practice when Coach told you that Halvin was going to be cleared and able to play for you guys?
It was amazing. also because I don't even think Halin knew. I think that's how he found out as well. So, I mean, yeah, that was a fun moment. Also kind of like a flashback to last year, how it happened with Aziz and Jamil. But, yeah, I mean, it was great news, and yeah, I'm happy for him.
Jizzel, you came on really strong as the season wore on last year. How do you stay focused and balance the expectations that you can create for yourself or that others may have for you?
Just finding my niche, finding when to be aggressive. Like, I was trying to be in the first half, but I seen my shots wasn't falling, so I got more into a playmaking role, you know, and I seen that it opened up for all of us. So then I was able to, you know, get some points when the points is just passed all around through all of us, and like when everybody's just scoring. So, you know, it's good to see everybody chiming in.
Simas, you carried over the shooting from last year into game 1, 3 of 5 tonight. What's the biggest factor of a super effective jump shot from outside?
I mean, confidence and repetitions probably it's really simple. You know, if it's something you work on a lot and if you believe in it, it's gonna go in. So yeah, that's all I can say.
You said in media days that you were going to try to get downhill more often. You're starting to see that continue. What's your comfort level with that, and is that something that we should expect game in and game out?
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, it's something that I've been working on a lot, and obviously it's something, you know, the way our team is built this year allows me to do that more, and yeah, so I hope you can see it. I hope you can continue seeing it, and yeah, I'm glad how that worked out today. You know, I drew some fouls, I got to the free throw line, had some easy layups, so yeah.
Simas, you transferred in last year. The 3 transfers tonight all got extensive playing time. Did you help them navigate transferring here, getting acclimated here in any way, knowing your experience last year?
I guess so. I mean, transferring in nowadays is such a common thing. It's not like, you know, they know what they're going into, and they have a lot of options to choose from. But obviously, like from the moment that they're visiting, you know, from the moment they're potentially a part of our team, I get to know them, and some of them have questions, some of them know what they want, and yeah. So I'd say whatever I can do to help them, I did. But they're doing great so far.
Simas, could you just walk us through what you saw on the behind the back pass there to Dylan through the transition?
Yeah, I mean, I think I stole the ball, and then like I knew I wasn't gonna run all the way to the basket and finish it, so I was like kind of looking around already where we have advantages, and then I saw Dylan kind of trailing, and I knew they wouldn't expect me to throw it there, and like then like the last probably few seconds before the pass, I was just kind of deciding how I want to throw it, and if I want to be fancy with it or just get it there. But yeah, I'm glad it turned out well.
Jizzel, Rayvon got his first minutes. You know, the guy that came in with you. Yeah. How did it feel to see him have success on the court today?
Oh, it was good. It just felt like the moment we've been working on, you know, for a minute. So it was glad to see him out there with me. And, you know, every chance I had a opportunity to get him ball, I was trying to, you know, try to get him going, you know, try to build his confidence, because later in the season we're going to need him. You know, we're going to need everybody on the team. So, you know, we try to build everybody's confidence to know that they could chip in and, you know, make this a championship program.
You guys started the season with a top 20 ranking, 109 points in the season over. How good do you think?
I think we could be really good. We just got to stay at it every day. Never get too high on moments like these. Just come back with the same intensity tomorrow and the same intensity next game, you know, and do what we're supposed to do. And I think it's just everything's going to work out itself.
When you're on the floor with Dan and Dylan and Aziz, does it feel like you're going to get every rebound? The way that those three can in and out of area.
I'm going to get every rebound. They're going to get every rebound. But yeah, I mean, you see it yourself. They have a special talent at getting the ball, and I think that's gonna really help our team. I mean, it's one of the biggest parts of basketball, and yeah.
Do you feel like it's something that can set you guys apart, where you can be the best team in the country on the glass, or right up there?
For sure, I mean, we and Coach West prides ourselves at Cincinnati basketball is that whenever there's a 50-50 ball, that we're going to go get it, and it's not going to be 50-50. It's going to be 100% Cincinnati. So, yeah, I think that's going to be one of the biggest separators for us.
Last one.
Hickman, you both kind of combined for 6 total threes. What's the chemistry like between you guys shooting on the floor?
it's great. I mean, you know, I love him. I love him as a teammate, and I love him as a player. And it's really fun playing with him, just as it's fun playing with all of my teammates. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad he got his shots to fall today, and 2 of them were of my assists, so that was great. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that he's on our team, and I'm excited for the rest of the year.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.